My question to you is somewhat related with your previous answer. I know that this session is talking about the Indo-Pacific strategy, but of course today we've heard some scary kind of breaking news about the senior Hamas official being killed in Iran. And so I just wanted to get your sense, because I believe this would be the first time that I get to hear about what your perspective is and how this changes the negotiations, because he was at the forefront of Hamas negotiations. So thank you.
Well, of course, I've seen the reports, and all I can tell you right now is I think nothing takes away from the importance of, as I said a moment ago, getting to the ceasefire.
Right, so two rogue regimes of Israel and the US have done it again. Together, they have carried out another assassination, this time of top Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh. The action is no doubt in violation of international law, but since when the rogue regimes of the US and Israel started caring about international laws? The reason I hold both America and Israel responsible for this assassination is because Netanyahu alone couldn't have carried out the crime of this magnitude without the intelligence support from the Americans. Haniyeh was in Tehran, we all know, to attend the swearing-in ceremony of the country's new president, Masoud Pezeshkian. These were his last hours, captured on camera before his assassination, as broadcast by the BBC. Haniyeh was a moderate Hamas leader, actively involved in the current ongoing ceasefire deal between Israel and Palestinians. Let's understand what is at stake here. Over 100 Israeli hostages are still in the captivity of Hamas. Clearly, Netanyahu simply doesn't care about their safety or well-being. He doesn't care about Palestinians is a known fact. But when would Israelis realize that this bloodthirsty monster doesn't care about them either? All he cares about is how he can prolong his stay in power. The killing of Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran, the capital of Iran, is bound to have serious consequences on the peace and security in the Middle East. Let's have absolutely no ambiguity on that. Israel first bombs Beirut, the capital of a sovereign country, and then attacks another sovereign nation, which is Iran. This surely can't be acceptable. Oh wait, it can be acceptable if you are Antony Blinken. This war criminal was asked about this latest Israeli atrocity in Singapore. He is currently in Singapore. Watch how he reacts. He blabbers and blabbers, blames Hamas for everything, but no mention of latest international crime by Israel. Why? Because America itself is involved in that.
Yes, so my name is Scott. I'm a Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy, Masters of Public Policy candidate. And my question to you is somewhat related with your previous answer. I know that this session is talking about the Indo-Pacific strategy, but of course today we've heard some scary kind of breaking news about the senior Hamas official being killed in Iran. And so I just wanted to get your sense, because I believe this would be the first time that I get to hear about what your perspective is and how this changes the negotiations, because he was at the forefront of Hamas negotiations. So thank you.
Well, of course, I've seen the reports, and all I can tell you right now is I think nothing takes away from the importance of, as I said a moment ago, getting to the ceasefire, which is manifestly in the interests of the hostages and bringing them home. It's manifestly in the interests of Palestinians who are suffering terribly every single day, children, women, men, in Gaza who've been caught in this crossfire of Hamas's making. It's profoundly in the interest of trying to put things on a better path, not only in Gaza, but actually throughout the region, because so much is tied to what's happening in Gaza right now. We've been working from day one not only to try to get to a better place in Gaza, but also to prevent the conflict from spreading, whether it's in the north with Lebanon and Hezbollah, whether it's the Red Sea with the Houthis, whether it's Iran, Syria, Iraq, you name it. And a big key to trying to make sure that that doesn't happen and that we can move to a better place is getting the ceasefire. I'm not going to speculate on what impact any one event might have on that. I've learned over many years never to really speculate about that because we simply don't know. What I do know is the enduring imperative of getting the ceasefire, and what I do know is we'll continue to work at that every day.
As I speak, US Secretary of State Lloyd Austin has spoken to Israeli Defense Minister, the guy who is actually facing an arrest warrant from the International Criminal Court for war crimes. As I reported yesterday, Austin has pledged his country's support to Israel and causing more bloodshed in the region. If killing innocent people was an Olympic sport, America and Israel would jointly sweep the medals table every time. If there was a cash reward for showing disregard to international laws, America and Israel would have been sitting on the entire cash available in the world. That's the level of their barbarity. That's the level of their crime with impunity. The political establishments of these two countries, backed by their lunatic population, thrive in slaughtering of innocent people, raping women, men, and babies before killing them. But Hamas, Hezbollah, and Houthis are the bad people, according to them. What happened today could have catastrophic consequences in the Middle East. Only God knows how many more innocent will have to die before Americans wake up to realize that their hard-earned money is being used to fund the genocide in the Middle East and elsewhere in the world. Blinken's minions have been calling Hezbollah and Hamas as maligned actors in the region.
First and foremost, our commitment to Israel's security is ironclad. It's ironclad in the context of any threat that it faces from the Iranian regime itself or malign proxy groups like Hezbollah.
Does the world still need proof on who is the real malign actors in the world, let alone in the Middle East? Thank you very much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, because that's one of the many ways you can support independent journalism. God bless you all.